Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 18 of my favorite 31 rock and pop albums of the 70s. This is the countdown we're doing each and every day this month here in 2023, August. It is August. These are the albums, these are the artists, not quite hard rock and metal, although some of these albums may rock a bit. Not quite progressive rock. Not quite southern rock, right? Because we've already done all those countdowns, not the jazz stuff either. It's just a general rock and pop albums. A lot of great ones. I'm only doing one album from any given artist or band just to open up the playing field. But, as it turns out, most of these bands here, generally speaking, have that one. They may have a couple of really great albums that I love a lot, but for the most part, there's like one standout that was an easy choice for me. So today for pick number 18, this is the sixth studio album by this British band, released March 16th, 1979, right at the end of the decade. Recorded at the Village Recorder in Los Angeles, California, produced by Peter Henderson and the band for A&M Records. I'm talking about the massive selling Breakfast in America by Supertramp. That's right. Not quite prog rock, right? Of course, I included Crime of the Century. I believe it was a top 5, top 8, something like that pick for my prog rock month a couple months ago. For me, of course, Supertramp are one of those bands that kind of like that art rock type of music they play. Their earlier albums definitely have a good amount of prog in them, especially Crime of the Century. As we get later on the decade into the 80s, I don't really hear any prog anymore in their music. Is it artful pop? Yes, certainly. Right? Little flavors of jazz and whimsical melodies and tight instrumentation and dueling vocalists and really good pop songs that are a little more quirky, a little bit more intelligent. I don't know about intelligent, but a little bit more complex from a arrangement standpoint than maybe your typical pop fare, but still very much just great pop music, right? So let's talk about the lineup, shall we? Of course, we've got Rick Davies on lead vocals, keyboards, harmonica, things like that. Roger Hodgson, vocals, keyboards, guitars. John Helliwell, saxophone, other woodwinds, vocals as well. Bob Siebenberg, or Bob Benberg as he's called other times, on drums, and Dougie or Doogie Thompson on bass. You got some additional tuba and trombone on this album from Slide Hyde, and a little bit of Oberheim programming from Gary Mielke. Like I mentioned, Peter Henderson producing, coinciding with the band. So yeah, this is a pretty magical album. This is the album where I think everything came together from a mass appeal standpoint for this band. Sure, there are a couple of albums that came before it were pretty good sellers as well, starting with Crime of the Century and the next couple after that. But it was with this album that things finally broke big. In a really big way. Again, when you have a number of hit singles, that are geared towards radio play and they catch on with the general public, your album's going to do pretty well. Of course, you got Gone Hollywood kicks things off. I love how if you really look at the tracking of this album, the way the songs are laid out, you get almost throughout the entire album. It mixes it up a little bit on side 2, but you get a Roger sung song, right, and then you get a Rick sung song, or vice versa, right? So here we've got kicking things off with Gone Hollywood. They both sing that one. Really cool song. Again, the whimsical nature of some of the material on here is just fantastic. Then you get the Logical song, which is sung by Roger. That's just absolutely fantastic. It's so catchy, great chorus. Love the kind of rambling guitar solo to take things out. Very, very cool. Goodbye Stranger. All right, that's a Rick sung song. Okay, but you got Roger on the chorus. So good, so memorable. Title track Breakfast in America is just amazing. Another song sung by Roger. Love Breakfast in America. Again, it's kind of, I love the jazzy saxophone and just the arrangement. So cool, so quirky and whimsical. Then Oh Darling is a Rick sung song. Also really nice. Great side 1. Excellent side 1. And then just keeps going. Side 2, Take the Long Way Home, right? Here Roger's taking the helm on that one. Again, great chorus, very memorable. The verses are so good, majestic, fun. Lord Is It Mine comes up next. That's another Roger song. Then Just Another Nervous Wreck, fun, cool, jazz rock kind of pop flavored track. That's a Rick song. Then you get Casual Conversations, also from Rick, another cool track. And then, of course, Child of Vision, which has them both singing on it. So, interestingly enough, and that's the longest track on the album, probably the proggiest song on the album, too. They open and close the album with songs that are sung by the both of them. They both handle lead vocals on the track, and I think that works so well. Again, I've talked about this numerous times. I really, really enjoy bands a lot that have one or more lead vocalists in the band, so you get that nice flow. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love them. Some of my favorite bands of all time are bands that just have one guy singing who's just absolutely incredible. I'm totally into that as well. But I have a real soft spot for bands that have two, maybe even sometimes three lead singers and offer all that variety on their albums when you have, a third of the songs sung by each or whatever the configuration might be. And Supertramp always did that so well. I always loved the two vocalists. And I think when Roger left this band, they lost a little bit there, right? And as much as I love Rick's vocals, and I really do, it was always nice. Every Supertramp album where you had the two of them together is just some really magical stuff that goes on there. So yeah, excellent stuff. Really, really great, memorable album. Again, not my favorite Supertramp album. Crime of the Century is pretty unbeatable in my mind, but generally speaking, this is usually my number two from Supertramp. I think it's just a spectacular album that shows that you can create kind of thoughtful, artful rock and pop music, right? That's got a lot of really interesting instrumentation going on, but yet the songs are so catchy and memorable. 10cc was another band that did that really, really well. All right, so let's take a look at charting information, shall we? Argentina. Oh, we don't see Argentina much on these countdowns here. Number 5. Australia, number 1. Austria, number 1. Canada, number 1. There's a trend here. Dutch album charts, number 1. France, number 1. Japan, number 2. New Zealand, number 1. Norway, number 1. Spain, number 1. Sweden, number 2. UK, number 3. U.S. Billboard charts, number 1. West Germany, number 1. Sal, what's up with Italy? Not even showing up here. Travesty. Get with the program, Italy. So this was a pretty huge album. Pretty much everywhere. Anything else here to show? No, let's go right to certifications again. Strap yourselves in. Australia, gold, 20,000 units sold. Belgium, gold, 25,000 units sold. Canada, diamond, 1.5 million. France, platinum, 3.2 million. Germany, platinum, 500,000. Greece, gold, 50,000. Israel, gold, 20,000. Sal, Italy is redeeming itself. So even though it did not chart in Italy, platinum seller, 500,000 units sold. That's really weird. Didn't even chart yet. Sold quite a bit. Pretty crazy. Japan, 178,000 units sold. Netherlands, platinum, 100,000 units sold. New Zealand, platinum, 15,000, sorry. Norway, gold, 25,000. Portugal, two times gold, double platinum, double gold. 40,000 units sold. Sweden, 100,000 units sold. Switzerland, gold, 25,000 units sold. UK, platinum, 300,000 units sold. United States, 4 times platinum, 4 million copies sold. Overall in Europe, 4 million copies sold, and worldwide over the years, this has sold 20 million copies. Crazy, right? How about some awards? 1980, this won the Grammy Awards for Best Recording Package. I don't really know what that means. Recording package? Also, the same year, Best Engineered Album, Non-Classical Album, won the Grammy for that. Also won Album of the Year. Actually, sorry, those are the Grammy Awards, the Grammy nominations. It was up for Album of the Year and Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals. All right, so let's take a look at singles and things. All right, so we've got... The Logical Song was released as a single March of 1979, basically coincided with the album's release. Breakfast in America, June 1979. Goodbye Stranger, July 1979. And Take the Long Way Home, October 1979. So 4 singles for this album. Yeah, what more can you say? And there are the guys right there, having breakfast somewhere in America. Let us know what you think of Breakfast in America down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, pick number 18. And we'll see you tomorrow for number 17 as we march our way towards number 1. Till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations as well as our merch page. So thank you in advance for all that. And please do visit my other channel, which is Comic Book Geezers here on YouTube. We've been going for 4 or 5 years, 5 years, something like that. We've got hundreds of videos, myself, my buddies Wild Bill, and occasionally Kirk Manning, as well as occasionally Scott Berry, who you know from Curse of the Collector here. We do some cool stuff on Comic Book Geezers. If you love vintage comic books, go check us out. I still get people all the time like, Pete, I didn't know you had a second channel. Yes, I've been talking about it for years. It's been going on for years. So yeah, please do come on over, subscribe, and join in on the fun on Comic Book Geezers. It's a very humorous, fun show. Short little videos 3 times a week. So come check us out. We open up comics and show all the vintage stuff from Marvel and DC and whatnot. If you love Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Incredible Hulk, Superman, Batman, all that kind of stuff, that's what we talk about over there. Of course, my man Thor. So thanks in advance for checking out Comic Book Geezers. Just search Comic Book Geezers. You can head right over there. And we'll see you real soon here with more stuff. Tune in tonight for the Hudson Valley Squares. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.